my name is Marina Mailing, and I was a Project Pote intern in 2016. I'm actually a senior in college now. I study biological engineering at Purdue University, which is in West Lafayette, Indiana. My major in biological engineering is actually really relevant to what I did during my internship project. So biological engineering is this idea that you can take biological systems, such as plants, fungus, yeast, bacteria, viruses, and you can harness these organisms to solve global challenges in medicine, food security, bioprocessing, environmental health, etc. And so during my internship project, I was able to witness how plants could be genetically modified to produce commodity chemicals or biofuels that could replace petroleum derivatives. And so the idea was that we could take plants, harvest energy from them, and this energy would be more sustainable than what's currently at the market. And I just absolutely fell in love with this project. I was able to work at USDA ALARC, so the Arid Land Agricultural Research Center, and I was in the Dyer Lab. And Dr. Dyer is actually no longer at ALARC, but the experience I gained there was just so invaluable to really the beginning of my research career, and something that, my trajectory, to hopefully being a research leader one day myself. That's what I really hope to do. And my internship really showed that to me. And it also helped me land other research experiences that have continued my love for research. So for instance, coming into college, I actually had already worked 2 summers at the USDA. So after my internship, I was employed as a bioscience aide that following summer in 2017. And so even before I started college, I had 2 summers of research experience under my belt, and that made me really confident when applying to research experiences in college. And so I actually landed one as early as my first semester, my freshman year. I actually did continue to work at ALARC for 3 summers past my internship. So I worked the summer of 2017, 2018, and 2019. And I also was able to come back and work during winter breaks, which was really nice in between kind of my college breaks. And that experience has just been so invaluable. I gained so much independence in the lab, and during the internship you do a poster presentation, and even just that was my first experience presenting research, and it's something that I do now constantly, and it's something that I was able to practice as I continued to work at ALARC for those summers. I initially applied to the Project Pote internship because I was in the biotechnology program at Desert Vista. I really liked the biotechnology classes, and my teacher, Mr. Williams, really encouraged me to apply. To be honest, I didn't really understand fully what I was applying for. I didn't know, anything that agricultural research entailed. But I am so thankful that I applied, because I just landed in the Dyer Lab, and I just really loved the work that I did. And I would say, even if you're someone who doesn't necessarily think that you're interested in agricultural research, I think that the research skills you gain from the Project Pote internship can be invaluable to a variety of fields. For instance, I actually worked an internship for a pharmaceutical company last summer. I worked for Eli Lilly and Company. And even though pharmaceuticals, doesn't necessarily relate to plants and agriculture, I think a lot of the skills that I gained from ALARC are things that I talked about in my interview. I talked about my ability to conduct experimentation, to form hypotheses, to test them, and I talked about my oral presentation skills, which are all things that you gain in that internship. And so even if you are someone who, doesn't necessarily think biological engineering is interesting, or doesn't necessarily think agriculture is interesting, I think you still have a lot to gain from doing the Project Pote internship. There's just such a diversity of projects. I know there's ones that are related to coding, there's ones that are related to entomology, and just experience something new. I think it's really important, especially when you're thinking about what you want to do in your undergraduate career. I think it's just such an invaluable opportunity to kind of get your toes in, dip your toes in a new experience, and just try something out. So I really encourage you guys to apply if you're able to, and that's really all I have to say. Again, my name's Marina. I'm sure if you want to ask me any questions, would be more than happy to. You're welcome to ask Brenda Singleton or anyone at ALARC for my contact information. Thanks.